Virgo, it's your girl Mercy Big Body Blends. Friends, tell them, the Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped into your reading for the month of July, Virgo. Uh, it's crazy. Okay, whoever came before you, I feel like had the same problem. I think it was Scorpio. Heavy on it being a disconnect in communication, the way that you communicate with someone, the connection not being so good. But let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, spirit animals, source God, universe, please allow me to tap in with my Virgos, sun, moon, rising, and north node to see what messages you have for them for the month of July. I'm also hearing Venus, spirit, Venus as well. Please protect this space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, spirit. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. If you would like to follow me on any other platform, book a personal reading with me, send me a love donation,
Mom,
or
I look at a paper.
Or subscribe to my Patreon. Go ahead, baby. Now is the best time to do it. In the beginning of the month. Um, having to push through while being extremely distracted this month, Virgo. Having to push through, move forward as if things aren't going on with you or things aren't weighing heavily on your mind when they are. Heavy on your mind being all over the place. Yo, so much that I want to say that are in these cards that I pulled, and I'm going to try to lessen the amount of downloads that I give. But I just feel like they're being severe. They're being severe issues, sibling issues that come up with siblings, issues that come up with parents, parent and child. Someone got some real fucking resentment for their child. The parent has some real the parent has some real resentment for the child, and the child has some real resentment for the parent. There could be step parents involved, but I also really feel like you really got to work on letting people walk away. You got to work on letting people walk away, or someone needs to let you walk away. But I just feel like when you get fixated on something, you don't know how to let it go. You have to get to the bottom of it. You can't release. You know, you want to talk about it. You want to have a long out, drawn out discussion, and will continue to go back and forth with someone trying to get them to see your point of view. They just do not. And you don't see theirs either, but you can't even see how you don't see theirs. You tell yourself that you see theirs, but it doesn't make any sense. You see theirs, but it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I see your point, but it doesn't make any sense. That shit ain't logical at all. That shit is dumb. Everyone telling someone that it's dumb, really dismissing the things that they say, writing their reasons off as excuses. They could genuinely be excuses, though. That part, right? They're fucking excuses. You make excuses, I make shit happen. We're not the same. And I'm tired of us not being the same. If we're going to be we're supposed to be on the same page, or if we're supposed to be partners, if we're supposed to work together in some way. I feel like being really petty because you know that you're right, or being really petty or getting really angry because you know that you're right, or the way that someone else is triggering you currently, the way someone is triggering you currently, they're dealing with it times 10, or it's even more intense because someone just treated you the same way, someone just triggered you the same way. What? Heavy on the mommy issues coming up, the daddy issues coming up, you're looking at someone you're dealing with and being like, yo, what the fuck, yo? I keep finding myself in the same situation, dealing with the same kind of people. What's the problem? Look at your relationship with your father if you're into men. Look at your relationship with your mother if you into women, because this shit being highlighted. For some of you, whatever you deal with a partner, the issue that you keep having with this person, you end up having a discussion, a conversation with a partner, with your child or with your parent, where the same issue fucking comes up somehow. This could be your child realizing this. Somebody's realizing this. Like, yo, I'm dealing with the same issue. Some of you are really realizing you have become your parents. This shit coming up a lot. You're having the same fucking, you're hearing the same thing from your kids that, you know, the same thing from your kids that you said about your parents. You're running into the same problems. The one fucking thing you never wanted to do, or the things that you never wanted to do. Someone being so frustrated that you bring out the worst in them. Someone's parent is so fresh. This is you, Virgo. Your parent is so fucking frustrated that you bring out the worst in them. They're disgusted that you bring out the worst in them. That's how they feel. They get so angry with you. They get so frustrated with you. Or this is how you feel about your child. That's not what. This is not who I am. This is not who I want to be. I'm loving. I want to be loving. I want to connect. I want to be nurturing. You know, I'm chill. I just someone you feel as if people bring out the worst of you somehow. This dynamic, but but or this is the inner child being really triggered. Have you on the inner child being really triggered? You know, you need to learn to mother yourself a little more gently. You gotta be gentle with yourself. Someone's learning to reparent themselves. Have you on the someone feeling like coming to this realization somehow that they don't have a father, or this is you. If you're the father somehow and you disappear, someone just accepted they don't have a father. Or this may be you who's never had a father figure in your life, or has never had the closure, the felt the love that you wanted or you needed, or after feeling this way for your whole life, you get that last fucking conversation that lets you know it ain't what you think, or that it'll never be repaired. You'll never have that bond. Y'all will never be close. They'll never feel like they fucking have you, or you'll never feel like you have a parent, or in fact, you don't, even if they're alive. Mm. Someone's missing their mother. Someone feels as if they do not have their mother. Or someone literally, all they have is their mother. Mm. Have you on the seeing yourself become something or do certain damage that you're going to have to pay for later, you're going to have to deal with later, wanting to deal with it, needing to deal with it. I want to be better. I want to handle this now. How, actively seeking help, actively seeking healing. I'm proud of you, Virgo. Being real with yourself, learning to speak up for yourself, learning to be honest. I feel like a lot of being frustrated that you're not heard. You don't know how to communicate. You don't have a voice. You really struggle to speak up. You get really overwhelmed emotionally. Someone does not let you speak. Some of you find that having the same dynamic in your partner, or the person you pick to have a child with. Someone will do it. Could be the smallest thing that fucking sets you off because it triggers you to remind you of where you see someone's doing the same thing. They may be doing it on a smaller scale than someone who has really traumatized you and hurt you, but someone who is aware of your trauma, aware of the issues that you have, doing the same shit to you on a smaller scale, and it fucking sending you. And then they look at you like you're crazy. They look at you, but having to watch this, be aware of this though, because it really speaks to how someone cares about you, how they value the connection with you. If they continue even on whatever scale, no matter how small it is, to do things on purpose, or if this is really how it feels. I just feel like you need to get to the bottom of making sure that it's actually malicious before you judge them as such. Because I feel like judging them harshly as if they're doing this on purpose, and then they genuinely make it seem as if they're not, or they genuinely weren't aware. And is this a possibility? Is it a possibility that someone lacks this much self-awareness? Have you really needing to use your discernment, because someone really does pretend 7-7 out here, period. Miracles will occur. But I just feel like someone genuinely fucking pretends as if they're not as aware as they are. They don't know what they're doing when they do. Someone would rather play dumb than ever give you what you want by acknowledging, by taking accountability. I don't even care what I look like. I don't even care if it makes me look like I'm not as smart as you. Yo, I don't care if it makes me look like I'm a complete douchebag. Like I'm just clueless out here living my life with no fucking clue, don't know what I'm doing. Don't care. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that than say I knew better. Mm, I knew better. I did this. I'm sorry. Mm. Also, move on. Never talk to you again. Never talk about it again. Someone would rather just move the fuck on, never talk to you again, act like you do not exist, and ever say, oh my god, I did this to you, you're so right, and I'm sorry. before they be real, you want someone to do this. Someone is like, are you fucking crazy? Maybe you're accustomed to this. I'm not. Heavy on that energy. Someone saying this shit, or so, ever since someone said this to you, it's sticking out to you, or ever since you said this to someone, it replaying in their mind. You haven't been able to get that shit out your mind since, or they haven't been able to get that out their mind since. Someone being like, maybe this is the shit that you're into, Virgo. Maybe this is the shit that you put that you put up with. Say the shit that I put up with. Mm. That energy. That's not gonna happen here. Also, I really feel like seeing someone who has the spirit that you used to have. Or someone sees you and sees that you have the spirit that they used to have. It's been broken in them somehow. They let someone break that in them. You haven't let someone break that in you. You refuse. I feel like someone has tried, heavy on this energy of trying to break your spirit, trying to silence you, trying to put out whatever fire is in you. You trying to put out whatever fire is in someone. Shots fired. Heavy on the shots fired. Those are shots. Heavy on the, yes, 4th of July weekend. I feel like someone being really triggered because they know that heavy on the having PTSD. This being someone being triggered the first week of July. This could be due to PTSD. Someone was in war, you know, or has had some type of traumatic experience. So you know, the anxiety being real, but also being in a certain, if you could stay home, you gonna stay home. Or if you can stay out of a certain situation or a certain environment, you gonna stay out of it. This could also be hanging around with people who you just feel like aren't a vibrational match to you. You want to hang out in different environments. You want to hang out in more classier joints. You know, you want to hang out with people who are more spiritual, you know, or out mingling with a purpose and not just to get fucked up, like whatever the hell it is, you know, for an example. But also, I just feel like choosing to stay away, choosing to stay in the house, um, needing to stay in the house, needing to do things that really make you calm. And Aries is pissed off, and Aries is upset, and Aries is crying, and Aries is emotional, or the Emperor. This could be internally or externally, whether they show it or not, or you know it, or they unleash their wrath on you somehow. I feel like you got to deal with them. You got to deal with it with the angry emperor, the angry father, child's father, husband. For somebody dealing with so much of that for so many years, wants you to take on the same role or be quiet, or you want someone to be quiet the same way you've learned to, someone fucking refuses. Absolutely not. And even though you secretly love this about them, you try to take this fire out of them. Or this is with your child, or this is what someone tries to do to you, the parent tries to do to you. I don't know why this dynamic is out here so strong. And this doesn't even have to be a parent. This could be a niece, nephew, sibling, someone younger than you somehow, step parent even, you know. But I also really feel like someone loves certain things in you only when you don't use it on them, with them. 10-10. For like an abrupt ending comes to a connection, you will not get the someone will not tell you why. You will not get the conversation. You won't know. Y'all won't talk about it. Y'all won't see it coming. But it's necessary. Move on. I feel like y'all equally emotionally are withdrawn from one another. I feel like being isolating yourself after having problems with someone you weren't in harmony with, and then turning around and being emotionally unavailable for people that are willing to partner up with you, or on the same page, or you know, want to be there for you, because you're already fucking triggered out here from not being on the same page with someone else. I also really feel like you made a little bit of progress with someone, and then the whole shit show happened. Now you've been knocked back down 10 steps, so you feel this way. This doesn't actually have to be that you're knocked down. You just feel this way because you're going through some obstacles right now. So for some of you, you're on a trip where there's some solitude, or you're supposed to be learning heavy on the spiritual practice. It's just giving spiritual healer, shamanism, learning something. It being really hard for you, finding it hard to retain, you finding it hard to retain the information. You're finding it hard to stay the course. You're finding it hard to stay disciplined, to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? This could be a diet even. You know what I'm saying? Like detoxing, cleansing yourself even. If for some of you, your finances will be affected unless you stay the course, or your finances have been affected up until now, which is also throwing you off a bit. Your stability and root chakra being affected all fucking month, no bullshit. And but I feel like there being a lack of clarity, a lot of lack of being able to think straight because someone is constantly on your mind, or what they said, or the situation, how it played out, being replaying in your mind over and over again. It's time for you to move on from it because it's distracting you at this point. You know, coming into the second week, I just feel like the things starting to pile up emotionally, to be honest with you, things piling up emotionally from feeling as if they're not flowing the way that you want in certain connections in your life, even your money. Someone, you feel as if someone has stalled up your money. Money is tied up, money is on the way, a check could be on the way, or business has slowed down, or you have to wait for someone else to do something before you teach you something somehow, or um you know, hand you a client or some shit like that, do some work with you or for you before you can progress. Feeling this way, feeling like there's an obstacle that you can't get through without the help of someone else, and trying to be patient and asking for their help, feeling as if they've put you on the back burner, really having to deal with this shit, you know. Um, and being triggered in a way that may make you standoffish with this person, or possibly even burn a bridge with this person. So, take your time while making sure that you want to do this before you move forward, or you have a plan B before you move forward. But come the second week of July, I just feel like being overwhelmed, right? With the money not going the way that you really wanted to, or certain things being tied up, there being some disharmony in certain connections. You realizing for some of you, you realize you and someone are not fucking as compatible as you thought. For the first time, you get some alone time with someone, or more alone time than you realize. You and someone are not as compatible as you thought. You don't enjoy them as much as you thought, or they don't really respect that you enjoy your alone time a lot more than they do. They're a lot more clingy than you are, or the other way around, they feel this way about you. Pick what side you on, but I just feel like someone lacks making effort, and so do you. Y'all both ain't trying. Oh, you ain't never calling me back. Okay, we left this on this note. You're not gonna reach out. I'm not gonna reach out. Period. But I feel like whatever it was, however something ends, it was left on the masculine to do some work somehow, or he was meant to reach out somehow. He had to try somehow to do something, and when he didn't. He didn't follow up. He didn't do it, and so something doesn't move forward. Anyway, second week, I feel like someone feels as if they're not as spiritually as aware as they want to. That they lack awareness or wisdom about a connection, or what to do moving forward, or even I feel like someone questioning whether or not they're supposed to be somewhere. Am I in alignment? Am I even supposed to be doing this? Am I doing the right fucking thing? Is this my destiny? Really being in their head, some self-sabotaging beliefs coming up, some self-limiting beliefs coming up. Hold space for them, but then really move through them. Really allow yourself to know that that's not the truth. For some of you, are going to be hearing and feeling and thinking things that is not true. That is not your truth. It is not yours to own. And needing to make sure that in those moments you are there for yourself. You tend to yourself. You take care of yourself, because I feel like there being moments. Choose wisely out here in reverse. Power in reverse. Of moments of regret, even thinking back where you may have made certain poor decisions and regretting that, and really giving your power away to it, needing to forgive yourself for the shit that you cannot change, especially shit that you've apologized for over and over again. you know I also really feel like feeling really powerless about where you cannot, about a connection, or you not being able to go somewhere, or open yourself up to someone emotionally because of the way that they've hurt you. But the truth of the matter is really deceiving yourself somehow about someone in particular, about where you're safe with this person. I just feel like have somehow turned this person against you, or this person has turned themselves against you. You turn yourself against someone who's really an ally, or who's really sent to love you, or wants to love you, or this is how you feel about someone else. I feel like keep thinking about it. I was there to love you. I was sent to love you. But someone feels this way, like, why do you feel this way about me? Not being able, so you to not internalize that. But I also really feel like going afar somehow to learn something, and wondering, questioning whether or not it's your destiny, whether or not I'm doing the right thing. Someone is struggling with imposter syndrome. Someone questions whether or not they're fit to be a leader. Somehow this could be a spiritual leader, whether or not a teacher, even a yoga teacher, even I hear spiritual teacher, yoga teacher, leader somehow. Am I fit? I feel like someone wanting you to question this somehow. Or ever since someone said this to you, you've been questioning yourself whether or not you're good enough to do something. Whether or not this is the right field for you, whether or not you'll make money in it. I feel like come the third week of July, you're actually going to see some money come in. You're going to see some progress being made. I feel like, but also that's for some of you, but also just feeling more secure, living off the land, sustaining. There's something about needing more, needing less to sustain you, or being willing to sacrifice, being willing to sacrifice before throw chakra in reverse before you speak up and ask anyone for help or tell anyone that you're not doing well. This could be, because it's never been safe for you. Throat chakra work needs to be done. Sacral chakra work needs to be done around the third week. I feel like the strengthening of the root chakra comes the third week of July. So you may be doing this root chakra work for the first 2 weeks. The strengthening of it comes the third week, but then the need to work into the sacral and on the sacral and the throat chakra, they needing to be brought into balance. I feel like someone not being able to speak their truth, and be received well, or someone still hasn't. They've been cut off, haven't been given an opportunity. Someone has just been feminine energy has just been sacrificed, or has sacrificed so much for a certain level of awareness, for a certain level of um mm, yes. I just feel like um someone having held off or sacrificed in a certain way, or having been in these last moments of being humbled or sacrificing in some way, or having to be uncomfortable with who's in their home, have their sacral chakra really be something about the sacral chakra being uh disturbed, disrupted, things being awakened in the womb that have been kind of lying dormant for activated, it has been lying dormant for a while, with someone's presence being around. This could be someone staying in your home, your child staying in your home, or this could be a few months or a few years even. A child staying in a home, a step child parent dynamic being around even, or your own kid being in your house, or being on a spiritual journey for the last few months. There's some shit going on. I just feel like also someone's transforming their body for the last few months somehow, what they've been putting in their body. Someone can see that the work that they've been doing and eating healthy, and how it has affected their womb. This could be even while they menstruate. Um, there was no cramps, now there's cramps. Someone didn't, or someone could lessen them and lessen the fibroids, lessen the cysts, shrink them, get rid of them. This energy really coming out. Watch what you're eating. Someone has really slipped on what is it they're eating, or someone really gives in come week 3, is really not eating well. Get back onto your routine. Someone needs to, or someone's hurt their back. Someone hurts their back the week 4, or literally there being more root chakra work, or a masculine energy gets back in the gym to strengthen himself, gets back to working out after a period of not doing so, of resting, of even eating things that he wasn't supposed to be eating, or even fasting, losing weight without working out to get back into it. Or this is what you've been doing, and you've been losing a bunch of weight. Now it's time for you to really tone it up. Now it's time for you to really tone it up. Or this is what you help people do. Um, but I just feel like needing to speak your truth. This may be to your community about where you feel like things are not balanced. Some of you feel as if you're not being appreciated the way that you need. You know, people are not helping you out in the home. You know, you may live in a very nice neighborhood somehow, live in a nice neighborhood, finally got a nice home for yourself somehow, and are struggling with to whether or not you can maintain it, or you let other people in your home. You know, it's time for you to go because you ain't helping me anyway. Or someone is like, it's time for you to go because you ain't helping me anyway. Or you're making things harder for me somehow, or things are not balanced here. You're triggering me. I can't be honest. Or yo, there's a lot of fucking shit going on. There's a lot going on. A lot comes up. A lot of mother issues that come up. Someone finds out that they're pregnant. Someone needs to avoid getting pregnant at all costs. This energy being out here, definitely being fertile, needing to transmute this in a creative way. You know, honestly, also for the third week of July, someone may find that they're stepping into the change of life. They may start experiencing menopause. Someone will stop getting their period soon. Um, yes. The last week of July, there really is something again continuing about a feminine energy really suffering in silence in regards to home or foundation or yo, a lot of needing to say some shit. Yo, I'm telling you, either one way or the other. Someone has this really crazy fucked up conversation with their parent, or this is you with your kid, and they're like, yo, you fucked me up, man. You got to take accountability for that, or you have a certain level of self-awareness that your parent didn't have. So you got to acknowledge it in a way that your parent couldn't or didn't. You know, that really fucked you up. And so if your kid is telling you, yo, you showed up the same way, there's a realization of realizing you become your parent in a lot of ways, but also having to have the self-awareness that your parent didn't have by acknowledging it and apologizing and doing better. Where someone has this now, wants to get a hold of this now, so that they don't have to fucking have this conversation with you later, or that when they do, they know that they did what they could have did. They did their best to lessen the effects of fucking traumatizing you somehow, you know. And um, so I just feel like being faced with some things. And your own inner child being triggered when someone says these things to you, or when someone points out this energy within you that you don't like. Someone's like, I've become something that I really hate, and now it's time to heal it. Now it's time to really look at it, to get serious about it, the way you thought that, you could heal on your own. You've done a great job. You've taken yourself as far as you needed to, but someone needs professional help now. Someone needs to learn more now, or take a course now, or talk to someone a professional. There's no other way for me to say it. But also, it's like, yo, I'm holding this family down. I need your help now. I need you to do more. Someone has an issue of emasculating a masculine energy. He feels emasculated. He doesn't feel needed or important, or he feels like all he's wanted for is money. You know, show me the money. Have you ever shown me the money? For a lot of you, that's true. That's all he's wanted for. But for others of you, she really holds it down financially, and it's like, I need someone who can do this for me as well. Someone needs to stop dating broke men. Period. Just point flat out. Point blank. Period. Someone makes too much money to date broke men and then look down on them for being broke. Date in your fucking tax bracket or higher. Honor what you could bring to the table. Stop complaining about people who can't give you the lifestyle that you want. Or can't afford to live the lifestyle that you can afford to give yourself. They can't afford to give you the same lifestyle, treat you the same way, give you the same treatment, or better. What are you doing? No, it ain't all about money, but for some of you, I'm trying to move forward with someone to act like it's not a big deal, and it is a big deal, because you guys with somebody who wasn't on the same level as you, and then you can't stop fucking talking about money, or about how much everything weighs on you, and they don't got the same problems as you, and they're like, well, you fucking wanted them problems. Right? And go get you somebody who's gonna make sure you don't have them problems on your own. They can afford to do so. Whoever's in their feelings about it is in their feelings about it. Whoever's in their feelings about it can't fucking afford it. Whoever's in their feelings about it can't afford it. I also really feel like someone is like, yo, stop crying about it. Someone's like, yo, you able-bodied. Get up, figure it out. Whether you a feminine or a masculine, but have you on looking on a masculine energy this way? It's like, are you crying, you whining about how you you can't do this, you can't do that. Figure it the fuck out. You able-bodied, you strong, you capable. You're creative. Use your mind. Use your imagination. Figure out what you want to do. Really apply yourself. Well, you've gotten enough schooling, enough education. You got a good enough background, and you have enough experience to make something happen. You just don't want to do what you want to do. You just don't want to do it. You want to do what you want to do. Meanwhile, you don't really know what you want to do, and that's the fucking problem. Have you on the and he got the nerve to be worried about some pussy. For some of you, and he got the nerve to be worried about some pussy. Sir, get your life together. That energy. Get your life together. Focus on you. King. Oh, that's that petty ass energy I'm talking about. That's that petty ass energy I'm talking about. Someone's like, how you want me to receive? How you want me to be receptive to that? Someone's like, I'm not even trying. So someone gives you this message this way. It's like you know, expect for us to break up. Or expect for me not to want to cater to you or be kind to you or be gentle with you or be loving towards you when you make me feel like that. Because you make me feel like this fucking big. Or y'all doing this shit to yourself. Or this is how someone talks to you. Or this is how you talk to your fucking child. Someone talks to their son this way. Or this is a masculine or their husband this way. Like they're their son. Like someone sons you. Someone sonning you. That's not what I said. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. I love you. It's your grandma, the Big Body Benz. Run, tell them. The Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.